Hey, what's up? This is Max from MHS Prod, and today we will do a really cool tutorial about Marvelous Designer for motion design. I want to give a special thanks to Danny and all the Marvelous team because they support all the things we do with the motion designers community, including events. It was really nice to have them supporting our previous tour, including the London event. So big up, guys. Thanks for everything you do. Also, if you are new to the community, I invite you to join our Facebook group. You can share your work, talk with people, and spread knowledge. And you can also join our Discord. It's a really nice platform where you can share your work, talk with people, spread inspiration. You even have a shit post. I mean, that's amazing, and you can find help. That's pretty cool. So if you're new to the community, feel free to join. And right now we will dive into Marvelous Designer and Cinema 4D. Yes, let's jump into it. So I'm starting with a pretty basic form. Let's take Platonic, just to explain you the basics of Marvelous Designer. Let's decrease it a lot, and I will export as an obj. Let's call it Platonic obj. Let's hit OK. Let's leave all the parameters by default, and let's dive into Marvelous Designer. I will not dive too much into Marvelous Designer. I just want to keep this tutorial pretty easy and straightforward. Like it will be like maybe your first Marvelous Designer tutorial. I hope it will give you an idea of the software and will encourage you to follow more in depth the software. You can also watch it if you don't have the software. It will explain you some things, but I will not cover complex things today, maybe in the next tutorial. So I will import an obj. Let's select our Platonic, open, load as an avatar, untick automatically add arrangement point. Let's keep in centimeters. That's the same unit in Cinema 4D Data Studio. So let's keep in centimeters, and let's hit OK. And you will be able to see my Platonic as an avatar. Let's do really simple things just to understand how the software is working. So how do we create a class? How do we export it for creating something? So let's go. You have two different space, a 3D space and a 2D space. Basically, you will create all your things there, and then they will appear here. So let's take this rectangle tool and let's create one simple rectangle tool. Let's do it like this, and you see it will appear here. The nice thing is I can move this and it will not move in the 3D space, but if I grab it and scale it a bit, it will scale. So you can arrange your space like you want. It's independent from that view. Let's rotate this and let's move it. If you want to change the gizmo, you can go under Preferences, Gizmo, and go to Local Coordinates. It makes more sense to me than screen coordinates. Can be a bit messy sometimes, so do not hesitate to take local or wall coordinate. And let's move this a bit, because in Marvelous Designer the grid is also a ground, so I want here the thing floating. So let's up it a bit. Let's arrange. Whoa, let's arrange it just to have something really simple, really basic, maybe something you saw thousands of times, but just to explain you how it works. And you have this nice little arrow. When you click, it will simulate. So you see here I have my class simulation. I can click and move it a bit to arrange, and it's pretty nice. Let's focus on something simple. You can see that I have all my parameters related to my class here. a lot of really nice parameters. One of the most important is the particle distance. It's like the accuracy. The less you have on particle distance, the more accurate your simulation is. And of course, if you want to mimic some specific fabric, you can enable elastic and other parameters. That's pretty cool, but the basic one is really great. Let's go in the display and let's enable in environment the show wind controller. When you have this little arrow, you are able to click on it and it will display the wind parameter. So if I click activate, you will see that I have some wind. And it's pretty nice. I will create something really nice, really cool. Let's up a bit the resolution to have something more accurate. Here you see that it's not really accurate. So let's go, for example, to 10. And you see that the wall will change when I will click again simulation. You see that it's taking my form with more precision. That's pretty impressive and pretty great. You must also know that for complex simulation, and we will see it in the second part of the tutorial, that you can go in the complete mode and it will create something even more accurate, but of course it will be slower. So to do some previews and research and development work, I will encourage you to stay with a simple simulation and higher particle count. To me it looks pretty nice. Just let's see how we can export it and get it into Cinema 4D because that's pretty nice base, I guess. Everything is nice. So let's go on the upper right and you have different menus. Under simulation you will find animation. Let's hit animation. Simulation quality has changed to complete for high quality animation, and you see it's changing because here I will go into record mode, and in record mode I want great quality. So let's go to current, start. Let's go and then just for example, let's go to 5 seconds. I guess that's okay. And you have this little button, and when you will click record, it will record the animation. Pretty basic and easy to understand. That's really basics, like how to create class, how to simulate something, can be anything, and then how to export it. That's the basis. And then you will be able to see in the second part how to make different thing. We will try to give life to one small thing and create like a ghost. Could be great to have something. I didn't made it yet, but you probably saw it in the tutorial introduction as I'm making this tutorial live. Okay, I can click stop at any moment and I can see what's happening. It's more simple. You can like export pretty easily in Alembic and get your whole animation without some kind of MDD, getting the complex software stuff. And so let's go to Alembic. Let's go and let's call it platonic anim. That's okay. You can also select FPS. If I'm in France, I work with 25 FPS. Yeah. Everybody likes to do things differently. So let's go to 25 FPS. Let's go to tick, unified UV coordinates. I don't want the avatar shape. I want it in a separate I just want the class and leave it like that. Let's hit OK and it will export. I guess that's okay. So let's go back into Cinema 4D. Let's go in File, Merge, and let's go into Platonic Animation. Leave everything like that, and it's not perfectly matching. The thing is, I've moved the Platonic inside the scene, so I need to re-export the avatar because I've moved it into Marvelous Designer. So let's go to Simulation, let's go to File, maybe Export. Let's go back to Alembic and Platonic Anim with avatar. I can also export it with avatar, and I can go to include avatar shape, and let's export it back 25. The perfect workflow if I want to match the thing would be like to stay with the thing here like a character and not move it, but just for this you can like re-export the thing. So Platonic anim with avatar. I will got the Platonic anim with avatar. Okay, I have here my avatar, and here I have the Alembic file, so it's pretty great. I want to smooth it a bit, so let's go to Fong and we can increase this, and it's pretty great looking. It's low res, but it's pretty great, and you see it's animated, so could be great to create some kind of strange things. Let's dive in the second part of the tutorial. Back to 2.5 years ago, I've made this nice tutorial, like how to change from a pose to another pose to create like Instagram character. But a few months after, Travis David made incredible series of tutorials, and including this one, like how to reuse Maximo animation into DAZ, and like how to create like from T-pose to animation. So I want to give him credit because all the things I will show today is part of his workflow with Fog Render. They made like nice discoveries on those workflows, and uploads, and feel free to check all the Travis David's tutorials on Marvelous Designer. Really nice and helpful. I hope my tutorial is nice introduction for people that want to go further. So let's go to Maximo, open it, and then open DAZ Studio. Let's take the Genesis to base mail. Sometime my French is taking the control. Okay, and let's go to File, Export, FBX, T-pose mail, blah blah. Let's copy the parameters, animation, props, figures, FBX, accept. By the past it was harder, like to get the workflows, but now with all the software evolution, it's getting simple, and all the people making tutorials on YouTube is pretty nice. So let's go upload character, select a character from file, and drop your character. Here I already have my character, so we can start, and I will find something fun. I want like maybe running, I don't know, running, walking, something like that. This one is pretty fun. I love it. Let's go to download. Just preparing the download. Downloading assets. Let's go. Here I delete this one. And let's go zombie running. Okay, let's go into DAZ. Let's go into pose and animate. I also use the same layout than Travis David, so let's go to, if you want to have the same workspace, let's go to workspace, select layout, and Hollywood Boulevard. Pretty easier to use and clearer. Let's go to Animate Lights. Right click here, create a honey block from Studio Keyframe down. So it will create like a block from the pose. Let's go to File, let's go to Import. Let's import the zombie running. Take to import mixamo.com. Okay, let's go. Click here, right click, create any block from Studio Keyframe, down, and here I can like cut. I go back here and go to paste. And here you will see that it's moving from my T-pose to the running. I can delete this one. Whoa, it's not the good one. Still not the good one. I don't know. Okay. Let's click this. Okay, let's click on the character and delete. Just do not delete the track here. And here I can like copy and paste, like paste and paste and paste and paste to create like one fun thing. Whoa, we can like. And the nice thing about DAZ, it's easily merging the animation together. So if I hit play, whoa, it's like looping. No, pretty fun. So I will be able to create like one nice animation into Cinema 4D. Maybe the guy will run into some kind of forest, or I don't know. Whoa. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to bake to Studio Keyframes. Let's go to yes. If you have some problems also, I want to mention something that Travis David said, like you can like fix the pivot point because the DAZ pivot point is not on the right position. So here we can go select the hip and just move it like on the ground. Can avoid some kind of problems, like if your character is dancing or some kind of stuff. So let's go file, export, Marvelous Designer, FBX, running zombie animation. Let's go to record. Let's leave everything like that. Let's go to Cinema 4D and let's do a simple check. New. Let's import. Let's merge the new one. So FBX running zombie. Let's click OK. Yes, we made it. Okay, that's nice. Okay, now let's import our model. Let's go to import, FBX, and let's load the running zombie animation. Let's have animation, cache animation, automatically add arrangement point, and auto scale ticked, and go to OK. I will have my mesh in a T-pose, but I will import the whole animation. So if I jump into the animation mode, I will be able to simulate the clothes moving on the animated character. And that's really important. I will create something really simple. I will not design any kind of complex clothes. Just here to show you how Marvelous Designer works, and it's pretty great, pretty simple. I don't want to make something like too complex. Let's go to create like a small shape like that. You have this tool, Edit Curvature, really useful to be able to edit your curvature, obviously. And I can select, for example, the middle here, right click and go to unfold. can select the point, delete the point, and like move it to create like the base class. It's pretty easy to create the base. So let's move it a bit and let's duplicate it. To duplicate it, I can go in the first selection mode, transform pattern, right click and go to copy, and I can go to paste. Can, like I said, I can put it wherever I want in the 2D view. If I don't change the scale but only the position, it will not affect the 3D view. But if I change a bit the scale, it will update here. So take care of that. Let's right click, flip horizontally to have the normals here. Normals are in white, so when it's inverted, it's in black. So you need to take care of that. I guess you can fix it in the other 3D software, but that's a mess. Let's work with something more simple. So let's sew it. Let's use segment sewing and select one point, another one. And that's a great news inside Marvelous Designer, because in the past version you were obligated to do it in the 2D view, and it can be sometimes annoying. Here it's pretty easy to sew it in the 3D space. I mean, that's really simple, and even by following this tutorial you are able like to create something, and that's pretty great. That's pretty nice. Nice hub, man. That's, well, we have a small bug here, but I'm not sure it's super important at the moment, because we will increase the simulation radius, point radius, so it will be more accurate. Let's create like really basic shapes. Let's go here, here, and let's try something fun. Not sure about it, but let's try to have something really big, like this. Could be fun. Not sure it will work. Let's test. Let's modify this. Let's go like this. Let's select the pattern. Let's go copy, and let's go to mirror paste. So here I have the thing, and it's pretty nice, pretty easier to work with. I can move it. Well, can move it a bit. Be careful to select the correct axis. Let's duplicate it again. Copy, paste for real creation of garments. Some guys like don't want to use the kind of technique I use. Like, it's not really the best way to do it, but for our case, I guess it's going to be okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. It will be like some kind of strange piece of clothes, but we are here to create like a funny result, not an accurate clothes. Like I said, you can follow tutorials maybe by the official Marvelous Designer training or Travis Davis create like realistic clothes. Here I want to create something like more fun. Let's take the segment sewing, and like let's sew everything. It's going pretty fast. It's really faster than before. Love this in the new Marvelous Designer version, and it's pretty easy to understand and to work with. So sometimes it could take a bit of time, but no worries. It's super accurate and super nice. Nice. Let's change the let's simulate and see what's going on. We will change the simulation scale just after. Okay, that's nice. Let's maybe select everything, and let's go and change the particle scale to 10. Let's check that everything was changed to 10, and hit simulate again, and you will see that boom, it's going to be more accurate than before. Maybe we can also grab it to the extremity. I guess that's okay. For the moment, we can still like take the clothes and move it when it's simulating, but I guess it's okay. Do we want to have like a hat or not? I don't know. Maybe try one. I'm not good at designing classes. At least I can create some, but I'm not the the best guy to create like classes. Most of the time when we have like a project with classes on MHS Prod, it's Sylvan designing the Marvelous Designer part, like for the artwork you see with the cyborgs, he made the Marvelous Designer part. So trust the guy who has experience. It's better. It's better to trust people with experience than me. But I can try to do something. It maybe will be ugly, and I'm not sure that's the correct way to create this type of clothes. I don't know, guys. Please tell me in the comments if I'm doing it right or if I'm just missing everything. Copy, marrow paste. Let's sew it and hope that it will be crazy. Of course, you can follow one tutorial to know how to create a correct hoodie. Here I'm just guessing. Maybe I need to divide this. Maybe I need to divide this to create something. I guess here I can add point split line. So let's split it. I think it will split it in two parts. So I will be able to have two separate parts. Maybe it's going to be better for yeah, it will not be messed, not that much messed. Let's try. I'm not sure. Let's try. Ooh, damn it. It's falling. I don't want. Yeah. Really? Not bad. Not that bad. Let's change the size of this. Then let's simulate it again. And let's try to have it more in front. Whoa. Damn, man. It's more mysterious. Let's say that we are pretty happy, pretty okay with the result. Let's save this just to be sure that that we will not lose anything. Are you ready to simulate? Let's go into animation. Let's go to OK. Of course, I will speed up this part in post-production, but you need to click this button. Watch the wall burn. Watch the simulation happening. Okay, so when the animation is over, you need to click on File, Export, and go to Alembic HDF5. When it's export, I've already made it because I have a little crash. You go to Cinema 4D, File, Merge, and you take the zombie running. Let's go to 25 frames. Let's go increase the timeline. Let's check the mesh. We want to avoid this, so let's go to the phone tag. Let's increase it, and let's check our animation. And it's fun, it's working. I want to escape. That's fun, that's pretty fun. And it's working pretty well. So, hope you guys enjoyed this small tutorial about Marvelous Designer and Cinema 4D. I hope you learned how to create the basis of some kind of motion design. In the next tutorials we will see maybe more advanced things like using other objects and create more abstract things like attach things, made some object having rotation and stuff that could create like nice motion graphics, but at the moment I will focus on creating a scene. So right now it will be a time lapse about the creation of the scene. You can stay to have an idea of how I created the scene you saw in the beginning of the video. I didn't show it yet, so feel free to watch it. And also, just before finishing this, I invite you to check our Patreon called Motion Designers Community, and we are creating tutorials and resources for the motion design community. And we created some kind of nice Houdini tutorials to improve your Cinema 4D creation. It's basically really nice tutorials about creating those kind of shape for the first one, and for the second one is also how to create like those kind of shapes. So really interesting ways of creating stuff. So if you want to support the community and have a chance, you can join the community builders. It's limited only for the first person. You will be able to join only 100%, so feel free to be fast on it. So let's go for the time lapse, man. Let's go.